Namaste Girirajaya Shigovadana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramananda Daine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Niveshesha Shunyavadi Askatyare Satarine Jai Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. In the name of Bhurijam Prabhu and the entire staff of the Govardhan Retreat Center, and also in the name of the Vrindavana Institute for Higher Education, it is our great pleasure and honor to welcome each single one of you for this upcoming Sarnagati retreat. We have given the title Moving Towards Our Ultimate Shelter. This is one of the retreats which is offered by the Govardhan Retreat Center, and it is our great wish that as you participate, you will make some significant discoveries and insights that will help you to move on in your own spiritual journey. The way we conceive these retreats is we want to offer something unique, something that is different from the many lectures which we can hear in our movement, something that is even different from the festivals which we attend, the yatras, the appearance days of incarnations, etc. It is different in that it is not meant to inform you, not even to only nourish you, but to help you to transform or move on in your spiritual life. Thus, we have chosen 5 days, I think it's 5 or 6, I don't know at the moment, of consecutive days of listening, days where we will immerse ourselves and perhaps take on, this is the secret desire, more of those spiritual qualities that we aspire to have. I would like to say in the beginning that it is good for us to notice that we have all come to a special place. This is right at the feet of Giriraj, or they call it the Tareti, the valley of Giriraj. Now Giriraj is a very, very unique personality and deity. Whereas all other deities require an Pran Pratishta ceremony, an installation ceremony, where we call these deities to be present, Giriraj is Sakshat, fully Bhagavan and or others would call him the best of the Lord's servant, a fully manifest spiritual personality who is doesn't need to be installed or invoked or established by ceremony. He is on his own there. So in this way, he is very different. Furthermore, in addition to residing next to Giriraj, we reside in a very special place in Giriraj's Tareti. It is called the Vilasvan, the forest of pastimes. It is here where Radha and Krishna have their various pastimes. One of them is finding Radharani's lost ankle bell. And there is a specific blessing pronounced to all of those who practice their spiritual life in this forest. Could I read the blessing to you? Good. I found this in one of the excellent presentations of Indradumna Maharaj, and I don't know the reference. It went so fast that I couldn't note it down, but here is the quote. All things are easily found in Vilasvan. So, all things are easily found in Vilasvan. There, even the souls who have lost their eternal identities as servants of Radha and Krishna can find themselves by the grace of this forest and the holy names. It's nice, no? We may have lost our original selves, but here, by the grace of this forest, we can find it. All the various pastimes, places in Braj have a certain blessing for those who come to them. So this is the blessing connected with this place. You find yourself amongst others. If you look a little bit around here, we have put a lot of thought in the decoration, and it is good that you know it. The central idea is that Yamuna Mai, in the back, is flowing in the old times in the maps of Vrindavan, just next to Giriraj. So we have invoked her here. Gangecha Jamuna Chaiva Gaudavari Sarasvatim. And because it's Vilasvan, Radha and Krishna, who are there in this temple, pastime temple, are getting ready for their vilas, for their pastimes. You will see them getting ready a little later. The theme of each day will change. So you have to be a little bit aware and alert and look at the stage. It will change every day, and a new theme, daily theme, will be introduced by means of what they call in art an installation. These are installations. Here Radha and Krishna will take their place. And I would like you to really go on retreat and see what is happening here behind us, speakers. as a reminder of Radha and Krishna's pastimes. You know, coming to Vrindavan, it doesn't mean to go to Loy Bazaar and stock your stock of dhotis and bibeks and zaris and whatever. It means to draw closer to Radha and Krishna. Did you know this? Prabhupada said, going to Vrindavan gives us the impetus to go back to Godhead. So this will present itself. So every day I request you to spend some time here alone in this place that changes magically. Not magically, there are people behind it. But pray and longing, try to establish your relationship to Radha and Krishna. My dear devotees, Krishna consciousness is all about establishing a lost relationship from which you have been for a long time absent. I would like to invite very soon our devotees, but I would like to end this section with reading a song of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur that connects you a little bit what is going on here. There was a devotee who had readied the song on their mobile telephone, but the Krishna Murari, which Krishna Murari? Our American Krishna Murari, you have something for me. Ah, yes. Varajavipine Jamuna Kule Mancha Mano Hara. In the forests of Braj, along the banks of the Yamuna, there are enchanting platforms, beautifully decorated with flowers. There are varieties of fruit trees. You can see so many trees here. And also creepers that give great satisfaction to our thirsty eyes. On them, many birds sing very sweetly. Malayani la vahayedire alikula madhu. A cooling breeze comes from the Malaya hills. It blows so gently, and a swarm of bumblebees wanders about in search of honey. The full moon is there, I should be there. Yes, the full moon of the spring season continuously distributes its soothing rays out of love. So this is beautiful forest scenery with creepers, fruit trees. The birds sing sweetly. The full moon is there. And it distributes the soothing rays of love. Does this remind you of something? Those who are relisher of Krishna book and of the Bhagavatam. Yeah, thank you. Look at Krishna Murari, he can fix everything. Yeah. It reminds us, of course, of when the eastern sky colors itself reddish, like a bride. She colored herself for the bright night. Huh? At such a time, the supreme relisher of nectarian mellows, Muralidhara, Sri Krishna, begins the rasa dance. In the midst of millions of lovely cowherd damsels, Sri Hari blissfully dances with Radha, singing beautiful songs. Radha, the enchantress of Madhava, captivates the mind of all living beings. All moving and non-moving beings are enchanted by the chaste Radha, who has defeated the pride of Chandravali. Matiyavaraja Kishoramana Antarita Hoya. After churning Braj Kishora's heart, that is Krishna, Radharani disappears from the Vasanti Rasa. Bhaktivinoda Thakur foresees trouble. In the absence of Radha, the Rasa dance is now stopped. So that's the installation for this evening. It reminds us of the spring festival all over Braj. Since a few days, spring has arrived, Vasant, no? And there was this Vasant Purnima. It is now declining already. So in Braj, devotees celebrate this very much. So, yes, but let me, to welcome you, not spend many more words now. I will speak to you again. I want to introduce to you our speakers first. We have in this Sarnagati retreat at least 3 speakers. At least. There will be the illustrious Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, who will address us on his subject matter in a few minutes. He has been with us already last last retreat, and has given pleasure to our hearts with his very, very nice kathas on Gajendra Moksha. And there will be every day Hari Parshad, who has already told me his subject matter, but I will not tell you. He will tell it to you personally. And then after these two have spoken and given us a little insight into what they are going to present, I will present my seminar. But first of all, I want you to notice all of you who have traveled from near and far. You have entered the sacred land of Vrindavan, where you have the chance to receive powerful stimuli or inspirations or udipans, stimuli, impulses that can move you forward, that can give you the strength which you need. Let us never forget, this movement is a movement which is orienting itself towards the spiritual reality, towards the eternal kingdom of God. That is our orientation, and as you can see, there will be a lot of this during this seminar. So, my dear devotees, I wish you a wonderful retreat. I wish that you can find what you need to move on now in your fantastic spiritual journey. May this be a very fruitful time, a time where we build a community of devotees and also searchers who want to move on to the next level. May you all, may Giriraj bless you so that when you finally leave this place, you are much, much richer in your spiritual understanding. I thank you very much for now. I will now make room for our Gauranga Darshan. Let me see that I take everything from here. And thank you all for coming. I noticed we are not yet complete. Devotees will arrive in the night time and be there. We have many, many things in mind. I think you can already see, no? Something is coming. A great wave of surprises will roll over you and lift you up. I can promise you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Oops. Gauranga Darshan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I am very grateful and honored to be amongst all of you today, this evening, at the foothills of Giriraj Govardhan, in the loving association of His Holiness Sachinandana Swami Maharaj. Maharaj's blessings and affection and guidance has been a great source of nourishment since I came to know him personally. Maharaj has lovingly called me here last year also and this year also. This afternoon I met Maharaj and said, Maharaj, I feel like a duck amidst swans. What do I speak here? But Maharaj is always encouraging, always affectionate. So, with the strength of Maharaj's blessings, with the strength of the blessings of Giriraj Govardhan, in the loving association of so many Vaishnavas who came here from across various parts of the globe, I try to make my feeble attempt to present some Harikatha in the next 5-6 days. My obeisances to His Grace Hari Parshad Prabhu, who will also be speaking, and my humble obeisances to our dearmost Amogha Leela Prabhu, he is also present here. I knew this before. For some of you, it may be a surprise, but Amaglila Prabhu already revealed to me that he would be here at Sarnagati retreat. And many, many devotees whose names I may not know, but whether we know each other or not, we are all connected to each other through Krishna's holy name. As Sachinandra Maharaj was describing the beautiful ambience here created, he's describing this Yamuna backdrop, this full moon backdrop, and that beautiful shloka from the Vrindavana Mahimamrita. I just remembered one shloka. Fullendivara kanti mindu vadanam barhavatam sapriyam Srivatsankamudara kaustubhadharam Pitambaram sundaram Gopinam nayanotpalarchitatanum Gopasanghavritam Govindam kalaveduvadanaparam Divyanga bhusham bhaje Fullendivara kanti bindu vadanam. This shloka describes the beautiful form of Krishna. Krishna's beautiful face is like a freshly blossomed blue lotus flower, bathed in moonlight. Just imagine there is a lotus flower growing from this Yamuna river, bathed in full moonlight. That's Krishna's bodily complexion. Barhavatam sapriyam. And Krishna likes to wear this brilliant, effulgent, resplendent peacock feather. Srivatsanka mudara kaustubhadaram. Srivatsa, he has a Srivatsa mark on his chest. Udara kaustubhadaram, on his broad chest, he wears a beautiful kaustubhamani. Pitambaram sundaram. He's very beautiful, wearing this beautiful pitambar, yellow dress. Gopinam nayanotpalarchitatanum gopasanghavritam. Gopinam nayana utpala archita tanum. Krishna's beautiful form is worshipped by the beautiful fragrant flowers of the gopis' glances. Nayana utpala archita. The nayana, the beautiful glances of the gopis are like flowers. Archita tanum, Krishna's body is being worshipped or rained by this flower shower of gopis' glances. Gopasanghavritam. As Krishna is entering the forests of Vrindavan, surrounded by cows and the gopas. Gopasanghavritam. Govindam kalaveduvadanaparam. That Govinda is playing his flute while being worshipped by the glances of the gopis. Divyanga bhusham bhaje. Let us worship that Govinda who is entering Vrindavan. Coming together in such huge numbers in this land of Vrindavan to discuss Krishna Katha is not an ordinary privilege. Unless one is extremely fortunate and profusely blessed, one won't be able to get this divine opportunity to associate with devotees. So many devotees, very experienced and exalted devotees who have been practicing bhakti for over half a century. It's not an ordinary privilege. The Bhagavatam says, Yatredyante katha mrishtaha. You also recite, Yatredyante katha mrishtaha Trishnayaha prashamo yatha Nirvairam sarva bhuteshu Nodvego yatra kaschana Yatredyante katha mrishtaha. Wherever devotees gather together and discuss Harikatha about Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, Trishnayaha prashamo yathaha means all our material hankerings are eliminated or sidelined. Trishnayaha prashamo yathaha. First, our hankerings are satisfied when we hear Harikatha. Nirvairam, we will also become non-envious, right? the envy in the heart is destroyed. Our hankerings are eliminated. Second, envy is destroyed. Nirvairam will become non-envious. Then third is nodvego yatra kaschana, no udvega. Udvega means anxiety. All of us are filled with a lot of material anxieties. Those anxieties are gone. So when you hear Harikatha, what happens? H, hankerings are eliminated. E, envy is destroyed. A, anxieties are eliminated. And what's remaining? R. R is remaining, right? A relationship with Krishna is established. Yatra Narayana Sakshat Bhagavan Yasinam Gatihi Samstuyate Satkathasu Mukta Sangaihi Punaha Punaha. Yatra Narayana Sakshat. When we are hearing Krishna Katha, we are enabled or empowered to feel the personal presence of Lord Narayana with us. We'll establish a relationship with Krishna, with Narayana. So that's the power of hearing Harikatha. It's not an ordinary privilege. That too, hearing Harikatha in Vrindavan Dham. That too, hearing Harikatha at the foothills of Giriraj Govardhan. Upadeshamrit says, nectar of instruction, that Vaikunthajanito Varamadhupuri Tatrapi Rasosavad Vrindaranyamudara Pani Ramanad Tatrapi Govardhana. Even superior to Vaikuntha is Mathura Mandal. In this Mathura Mandal, the best place is Vrindavan. And even in Vrindavan, Giriraj Govardhan is the best spot. And he goes on to say Radhakund and all. So we are at the foothills of Giriraj Govardhan. Even Srimati Radharani praised Giriraj Govardhan as the best of all servants of Krishna. The best of all servants of Krishna is Srimati Radharani, that all of us know. And the best of all servants of Krishna, Srimati Radharani, is praising Giriraj Govardhan as the best of all servants. Giri Nrupa Haridasa Shreni Varyeti Nama Mrutamida Muditam Shri Radhika Vaktra Chandrat Vrajanavati Lakatve Lupta Vrajanavati Lakatve means Govardhan, Giriraj Govardhan is the new tilak, fresh tilak of this land of Vrindavan. Just like when you see a person, the tilak is very prominent. It hits you. So Vrajanava tilakatve. Veda is putammi. All the Vedas are glorifying that Giriraj Govardhan is like fresh tilak on this beautiful land of Vrindavan. Giri Nrupa Haridasa Shreni Varyeti Nama. So Srimati Radharani is saying that amongst all the mountains, the best of all mountains, Giriraj Govardhan is the best. Giri Nrupa means the king of all mountains is Giriraj Govardhan. But the real glory of Giriraj Govardhan is not just being the king of all mountains, but being the servant of Krishna. Best of all servants of Krishna. Bhrutamidam uditam Shri Radhika Vaktra Chandrat. From the beautiful face, moon-like face of Srimati Radharani, we have just seen Krishna's face is like moon. Now we are seeing Radharani's face is like moon. From the moon-like face of Srimati Radharani, this beautiful glorification of Giriraj emanated. What is that glorification? Giriraj Govardhan is the best of all servants of Krishna. Nijanikata nivasam dehi govardhanatvam. So we are, Raghunath Das Goswami is praying for an eternal residence at the foothills of Giriraj Govardhan. This is the greatest aspiration of great devotees. And we are getting an opportunity to associate with so many devotees and hear Harikatha at the foothills of Giriraj Govardhan. I am just trying to remind myself that I am very fortunate to be here. Sometimes when we regularly get access to such great spiritual privileges, we may take them for granted. We may take them lightly. We may not value them. We may not take full benefit of them. But by reminding ourselves of the greatest blessings that we are receiving, we can take them more seriously. That's the whole purpose. Last year, when I was here with so many devotees, His Holiness Satchidananda Swami Maharaj was glorifying the holy name of Krishna so many times, in so many ways. One at Govardhan Valley, and here he is inspiring us to take shelter of the holy names of Krishna. And even during japa sessions also, there is guided japa session, and every now and then Maharaj will remind us, please bring your mind back. And keep trying, take shelter of the holy name of Krishna. I can never forget the 6 keys for effective japa that you have given Maharaj. Manaha samharanam shaucham maunam mantrartha chintanam avyagratvam anirvedo japa sampatti hetavaha. First time I heard that shloka last year in Sarnagati retreat from Maharaj. So he was guiding us to take shelter of the holy names of Krishna. He loka shrunuta prasuti marana vyadheschikitsam imam yogagna samudaharanti munayo yam yagnavalkyadaya antarjyotirameyamekam krishnakhyama piyatam tatpitam paramaushadham vitanute nirvanamatyantikam. This is from the Mukundamala Stotra by Kulashekar Alvar. He says, Hey lokaha, O people in this world, srunuta, hear me attentively. You have a disease. What's a disease? You have a vyadhi. What's a vyadhi? Prasuti marana vyadhi. Prasuti means birth. Marana means death. Vyadhi means disease. All the conditioned souls in this material world are infected by the disease of repeated birth and death. Oh, they're scared by hearing this statement. We have this disease. We never thought that it is disease. We always took it that this is natural. Taking birth, dying. But this is a disease, material disease of repeated cycle of birth and death. But don't worry. I have a chikitsa. I have a treatment. He loka shrunuta prasuti marana vyadhes chikitsam imam. I have chikitsa. Fine. Generally, when you have some disease, you go to a doctor, he will prescribe some treatment. And if the treatment seems to be very tough, you feel like taking a second opinion. Shall I go to another doctor? I'll take second opinion. What is his suggestion? What is his suggestion? What is that doctor's suggestion? Then Kulashekar Alvar says, you don't have to explore. You don't have to take second opinion or third opinion or fourth opinion. I have taken all opinions. Yogagna samudaharanti munayo yam yagnavalkyadaya. I have consulted all the yogagnas. I have consulted all the people who are familiar with yoga, who are well versed with the conclusions of yoga. Yoga means connection with Krishna. Yam Yajnavalkyadaya. You want example? I have consulted Yajnavalkya, many other great personalities. All of them have unanimously recommended this treatment. Yogagna samudaharanti munayo. Samudaharanti munayo. They all have recommended the same treatment. What is that? You are recommending. Yajnavalkya is recommending. All the munis are recommending. All the yogagnas are recommending. What is the treatment? Antarjyotirameyamekam krishnakhyama piyatam. Antarjyotim, that medicine, that nectar that enlightens you, that enlivens you from within. Antarjyotim ameyamekam amrutam. One and only medicine. You don't have to take any other medicine. Ameyam. Wonderful, amazing medicine. What is that? Krishnakhyama piyatam. That medicine is named Krishna. The name of Krishna is the real medicine. Just drink this medicine. Apiyatam. So many people have done so much research in all the Vedic scriptures. So many people have gone through so many paths and realized that the holy name of Krishna is the most effective medicine for the material disease of Kali Yuga, material disease of repeated cycle of birth and death. Tatpitam paramaushadham vitanute nirvanam atyantikam. Just drink that medicine. Tatpitam paramaushadham. It is the supreme medicine. Nirvanam atyantikam. You will get the ultimate liberation of eternal association of Krishna. So, we got the opportunity to take shelter of that holy name of Krishna. To take seriously this recommendation of great personalities that taking shelter of the holy name of Krishna is the only way. No other way. No other way. Coming to the topic that we are going to discuss in the next 5 days, I chose this topic. Brihad Bhagavatamritam, written by Srila Sanatana Goswami. I will not speak much on this topic today. This is supposed to be a half an hour inaugural talk. So from tomorrow we will discuss this. Very beautiful book written by Srila Sanatana Goswami, who has been a resident of the foothills of Giriraj Govardhan. Apart from all the beautiful details and the wonderful storyline of this amazing literature given to all of us by Sanatana Goswami, one prominent undercurrent in this first volume of this book is Vaishnava humility. We need humility to take shelter of Krishna. Sarnagati. The retreat's name is Sarnagati, taking shelter of Krishna. What's the foremost quality required to take sharan, take shelter of someone? Humility. Without humility, we cannot take shelter. I am taking shelter, but I'm not humble. It doesn't work like that. Humility is the most important quality, and throughout the first volume, there are 2 volumes in Brihad Bhagavatamrit. We'll be covering only first volume. That also I'm not sure within the available time of 5-6 sessions how much I can cover. We don't know. Let's see. Giriraj will guide our journey through the first volume of Brihad Bhagavatamrit. But one of the prominent aspects of this first volume is Vaishnava humility. Every single devotee that Narada Muni meets in his quest is very down to earth, very humble. He's always saying that I am not the best devotee of Krishna. I am not the best recipient of Krishna's mercy. Someone else is the best recipient of Krishna's mercy. Whether it is a simple Brahmana in Prayaga, or a Vaishnava king in the South India, or the king of heaven Indra, or the creator of the universe Brahma, or the supreme Vaishnava Lord Shiva, or Prahlad Maharaj, or Hanumanji, or the Pandavas, or Uddhava, every single devotee is saying that I am not the best recipient of Krishna's mercy. Someone else is the best recipient of Krishna's mercy. The first volume of Brihad Bhagavatamrita by Sanatana Goswami describes Narada Muni's quest for the best devotee of Krishna. Every devotee is best in his or her own way, undoubtedly. But here, through Narada Muni's journey, we will understand finer nuances of Vaishnava humility and also finer sentiments of a devotee that makes the devotee stick to one particular mood despite knowing that another mood is a superior mood. Right? Just like there are 10 floors in a building, 10th floor is definitely the topmost. But one who is living in the 5th floor is also very happy, satisfied being there. He's not aspiring to go to the 10th floor. I'm happy in 5th floor. Somebody who's in the 1st floor also is very happy. So every devotee at different levels of intimacy with Krishna is considering himself happy in that relationship with Krishna, yet also considering other devotees better than oneself. So this is just a glimpse of what we are going to discuss in the next 5-6 days. That is about our topic. But to emphasize on the most essential message of this first volume of Brihad Bhagavatamrit, humility is the foremost quality required to receive Krishna's grace, Krishna's mercy. Even Raghunath Das Goswami says that Raghunath Das Goswami got an opportunity to worship Giriraj Govardhan. And who gave him that opportunity? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered Giriraj Shila to Raghunath Das Goswami and asked him to worship. But Raghunath Das Goswami says that Giriraj was not offered to me. I am offered to Giriraj. Right? He is considering himself as an offering to Giriraj. Mahaprabhu is offering me to Giriraj, and Mahaprabhu is not entrusting Giriraj Shila under my care. He is entrusting me to Giriraj's care. That is his Vaishnava humility. He says, Nirupadhi karunena Shri Shachi Nandanena Tvayi kapati shathopi Tvat priyena arpitosmi Iti khalu mama yogya Yogyatam tam agrihanan Nija nikata nivasam Dehi govardhanatvam Nirupadhi karunena Sri Sachinandanena, that Sachinandana Gaura Hari, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is extremely merciful. Nirupadhi Karunena means is causelessly merciful. He doesn't find any reason. Why should I give him mercy? Patra vicharanam na kurute. Whether he is eligible or ineligible, qualified or unqualified, he doesn't consider that. Nirupadhi Karunena, Sri Sachinandanena. Tvayi kapati shathopi. Although I am a kapati and shatha. Raghunath Das Goswami considers himself a kapati. I am a kapati. Kapati is a cheater. Although he doesn't have so many shortcomings inside, he presents himself as so great. That is a kapati. Hiding his shortcomings and presenting oneself as a very great person. That is kapati, a cheater. But shatha is one step ahead. In his dealings with others, he acts like a friend, dear friend. But internally, he tries to harm that person. Kapati is a cheater. He is not so great, but he presents himself to the world as a great person. That is like, he is only cheating the public by presenting himself as a great person, but he is not harming anyone. He is only creating a exaggerated good impression about himself. But here, Shatha is one step ahead. Shatha is, he wants to harm others, but externally he speaks as if he is very friendly and a great well-wisher. Tvayi kapati shathopi. Raghunath Das Goswami says, I am both. I am kapata and I am kapata also, I am shatha also. But he is neither. He says that I am both. Tvayi kapati shathopi tvat priyena arpitosmi. Although I am unqualified, I am a cheater, I am a hypocrite, still Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has entrusted me to the care of Sri Giriraj. Giriraj Govardhan is my caretaker. I am not his caretaker. He is taking care of me. He is not offered to me. I am offered to him. Bhakti is not offering something to Krishna. Bhakti is offering ourselves to Krishna. Right? So Raghunath Das Goswami is considering himself as an offering made by Sachinandana Gaurahari to Giriraj Govardhan. Iti khalu mama yogya yogyatam tam agrihanan. So Giriraj, now that Mahaprabhu showed some causeless mercy upon me, you also show some mercy upon me without considering whether I am qualified or not qualified. Just Nija Nikata Nivasam Dehi Govardhanatvam. Just give me that shelter at your lotus feet. There is an eagerness in a devotee to take shelter, to take Sarnagati. But a devotee never considers himself or herself qualified for that Sarnagati. I am not qualified to receive your mercy, but I am eager to receive that mercy. How can you be so eager without qualification? That's your qualification. Your qualification is your Patita Pavan. You are very merciful to the most fallen. And my qualification is agreeing that I am most fallen. So, understanding one's shortcomings, understanding one's disqualifications. If one prays and begs and pleads and yearns for Krishna's mercy, then Krishna will show mercy. Even if somebody is most exalted, a devotee feels that I am most fallen. And that becomes the great qualification for the devotee to receive Krishna's grace. And this mood we will see throughout the first volume of Brihad Bhagavatamrita. I just tried to present the underlying mood of several Vaishnavas whom Narada Muni meets in this journey to find the best devotee of Krishna. But actual journey, actual quest of Narada Muni we'll discuss from tomorrow. So I humbly seek all your blessings, especially the blessings of His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj, to be able to do some service at the foothills of Giriraj Govardhan and not waste your time, but be a recipient of your grace by speaking some Krishna Katha. My only hope is when devotees are pleased with my little insignificant service, their pleasure will act as a blessing, and with those blessings I will survive in my bhakti. Otherwise, I don't think I have any other qualification. So with this, I'll conclude. My half an hour is over. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Very well spoken. We will now request our Hari Parshad to introduce us to his subject matter. I can imagine a firework of ideas coming at us. Hare Krishna.
Gaur Govind Prabhu. The camera should switch to the slides if possible, so the slides will.
We will put the slides after.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So I'm very thankful to be present here. This is my first time here, so I'm very nervous. All the other speakers have spoken before. It's my first time, so please allow at least 3 mistakes this time. But it's a very wonderful introduction by His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj, His Grace Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. I'm very grateful to be here amongst all of you Vaishnavis. And in this particular year, Maharaj told me that please speak about something which the devotee should simultaneously find relevant as well as uplifting. They should be able to relate to it, and they should also be able to find some nourishment and upliftment. And I'm very eager to hear from Maharaj and Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, because I find both of those topics that they have selected to be very relevant to me and very uplifting. Maharaj is speaking on Bhajan Rahasyam of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahasaya, which is perhaps the definitive literature on Ashtakaliya Bhajan Pranali that has been given to us in the Sampradaya by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahasaya. And Sri Gaurang Darshan Prabhu is speaking on Brihad Bhagavatamritam, which is the Samadhi Grantha, which is the literature that was perceived in Samadhi by Sri Sanatana Goswami. And about Sri Sanatana Goswami, it is said, Sanatana samo yasya jayan Shriman Sanatana. Sri Jiva Goswami says, Sanatana samo yasya jayan Shriman Sanatana. Who is similar to Sanatan? Sanatan is similar to Sanatan. There is nobody who can attain similarity to Sri Sanatana. But the topic that I have selected is beyond bhog and tyag. For those of us who are not aware of the terms bhog and tyag, bhog refers to unrestricted sense enjoyment, sense gratification, and tyag refers to complete detachment and renunciation of all such enjoyment. And the living entities in this world are often pulled between the two extremes of bhoga and tyaga. There are umpteen examples in the Srimad Bhagavatam where people are swinging like a pendulum between bhoga and tyaga. There is the example of Maharaj Yayati, who is swinging from bhog to tyaga. And then there is the example of Muni Saubari, who is swinging from tyag to bhog. Both examples are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, and many of us are stuck somewhere in between. Our position can be best described as achintya bheda bhed. But before I begin, here in Govardhan, I am deeply missing my own revered Guru Maharaj, Sri Srimad Radha Govind Das Goswami Maharaj, whose home is here in Sri Govardhan, Sri Vrindavan. And he once told me something about a pastime of Sri Narad Muni, and I am recollecting this pastime because I have to express gratitude to one important personality. So one particular day he was speaking in a class and he said that in the Srimad Bhagavat Mahatmya, in the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam as given in Padma Puran, Sri Narad Muni, he sees the personified deity of Bhakti, Bhakti Devi, and he sees that she is extremely distressed in Kali Yuga because her two sons, two offsprings, Jnana, impersonal knowledge, and Vairagya, renunciation, are almost about to die. And in that distressed condition, she is suffering, and Narad Muni, being the Acharya of Bhakti, he comes and says something to Bhakti Devi at that point of time. Narad Muni feels deeply for Bhakti Devi, and Narad Muni raises both his hands and says something. And my Guru Maharaj told me this here in Govardhan. Kindly repeat after me. Kalina sadrishah kopi yugo nasti varanene tasmim stvam sthapayishyami gehe gehe jane jane. Is Kalina sadrishah kopi yugo nasti varanane. Oh beautiful Bhakti Devi. Kalina sadrisha kopi yugo nasti. There is no yuga that can compare to one particular yuga. Which yuga is that, dear devotees? Kali yuga. Tasmims, in that yuga, tvam sthapayishyami, I will establish you. Gehe gehe jane jane, in every home and in the hearts of every person. So this is what he says. O charming Bhakti Devi, there is no other age that can be compared to Kali Yuga. In this age, I will personally establish you in each and every home and within each and everyone's heart. And then Narad Muni makes an even bolder proclamation. And this is his declaration that he makes. Anya dharman sthiraskritya puraskritya mahotsavan तदानाहम हरेर्दासो लोके त्वाम न प्रवर्तये. Anya dharmans tiraskhritya. O Bhakti Devi, neglecting all other paths of religiosity, puraskritya mahotsavan, if I don't personally organize festivals in this age, tada naham harer daso loke tvam na pravartay. If I don't propagate you everywhere in the world, then let it be known that I will no longer be known as a servant of Hari. So while speaking this, my Guru Maharaj got a little overcome by emotion. And he said the personality who fulfilled the vow of Narad Muni was none other than Srila Prabhupada. It was him who fulfilled the vow taken by Narad Muni as it was taken 5,000 years ago and recorded in Shastra. And therefore it is very important to understand that each and every particle of this entire Govardhan Retreat Center is, I see it, nothing but a manifestation of the personified mercy of Srila Prabhupada. I see all of your presence here also as a manifestation of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, it would not have been possible. And therefore, we should all glorify Srila Prabhupada. Of course, we say Jai Srila Prabhupada, but we should also do something more. So, dear devotees, if I have your permission, I'd like to share a newly composed verse glorifying Srila Prabhupada. So, here is a verse which remembers this pastime and which glorifies Srila Prabhupada. The verse is in the meter Shardul Vikriditam, same as Shad Goswami Ashtakam. I'll sing it, please repeat after me. Anyan dharma pathan nirasya bhagavad bhakte kalau tvamaham sarvatra pradayusya ityati dridham Shri Narada Svikritam Sankalpam saphalikritam harimude yena svagurvagyaya Tam Srila Prabhupada manasa vandamahe sarvada Anyan dharma pathan nirasya bhagavad bhakte kalau tvamaham sarvatra pratayishya. The extremely firm vow accepted by Narad Muni was as follows. O Bhakti, sidelining all other paths of dharma in this age of Kali, I shall exclusively propagate you everywhere. Sankalpam safalikritam harimude yena swa guru agyaya. By the order of his guru and for the pleasure of Sri Hari, the personality who fulfilled this vow of Sri Narad Muni, the devotees, was none other than whom? Srila Prabhupada. Tam vande, tam Srila Prabhupada meka manasa vandamahe. Unto him we single-mindedly offer our obeisances at all points of time. So dear devotees, poetry is not sufficient to glorify Srila Prabhupada, although it is the least that I can think of doing. Also, I would like to glorify this particular abode of Sri Vrindavan, Sri Govardhan, because without the acknowledgement of the glory, the greatness of Sri Vrindavan, Sri Govardhan, it is not possible for me to speak anything here at all. In the Laghu Bhagavatamritam, Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, he makes a very important statement. Yattu goloka nama syat tad tu gokula vaibhavam. Yattu goloka nama syat. He says there is a Golok Vrindavan in the spiritual world. And then there is Gokul here in this material world. He says that Goloka in the spiritual world is just a vibhuti, is just it has lesser significance in comparison to this Gokul Vrindavan. So dear devotees, which Vrindavan becomes greater, Goloka Vrindavan or Gokul Vrindavan? Gokul. Because there are two specific reasons why this Vrindavan becomes more special than that particular Vrindavan. Balyadi Lila Asura Nashilile. Sri Kavi Karnapur says, childhood pastimes take place only in one Vrindavan. Is that Goloka Vrindavan or Gokul Vrindavan? Gokul. Because there he is always Kishore, Nitya Kishore. A rough English translation of Kishore is sweet 16. Eternally sweet 16. But here he has the chance to go from 0 to 16. Oh, that's very sweet. That chance he will never get anywhere else. And Asura Nashalile, and the opportunity to kill demons who are really demons. Sri Jiva Goswami says, in the spiritual world also there are demons. But yantramaya, they are mechanical replicas. Now, dear devotees, for those of you who come from the West, I'd like to ask a question. What do you think Krishna likes to fight? An actual demon or a Lego replica of a demon? It's an actual demon. But actual demons are not available in the spiritual world. They can only be available in one world. And which world is that, dear devotees? Material. Hence, the glorification of Gokul is greater than even Golok Vrindavan. And dear devotees, where are we situated? Golok Vrindavan or Gokul Vrindavan? Oh, wonderful. So welcome all of you to the best place in the whole wide world. So I wish to take Sarnagati of Sri Vrindavan. Kindly sing after me. Vrindaranya tavasmiti vadantamapi mamrisha mahapatitamapyatma karunyadatma satkuru. This is from Sri Vrindavan Mahimamritam of Srila Prabhupada Saraswati. Vrindaranya, O Vrindavan forest, tava asmi. I am yours. Iti vadantam api mam risha. But I lie when I say I am yours. I am a complete liar when I say I am yours. I am just feigning some words from my mouth which I don't actually mean. And this is the honest truth. Mrisha, these are false words. But, O Vrindavan, Mahapatitam api, most fallen I am, Atma Karonyad Atma Satkuru. By your mercy, accept my words. Although these words are false. There is a hidden indication behind the verse. The hidden indication is not usually seen by understanding the direct meaning of the verse, which is known in Shastra as Vyanjana Vritti, the hidden indicated meaning. And the hidden indicated meaning is that just as parents accept even the falsities of children, a child may say to a parent that I am 30 years old and I can speak like an adult. I can speak for myself. And the parents say, yeah, definitely. Similarly, accept me in that manner. Accept me as a child who is just blabbering something and make me your own. And of course, behind us is a wonderful devotee, that is Sri Yamuna Devi. And Sri Yamuna Devi also has to be glorified. This morning when I saw that there was a backdrop of Yamuna Devi, I decided there must be a verse on Yamuna Devi. We must sing a verse on Yamuna Devi. There is a wonderful verse, dear devotees, on the glories of Yamuna Devi. Kindly repeat after me. Na kenapi shrutam drishtam varina varishusyati aho bhanu sutavara bhavasindur vishusyati. Na kenapi shrutam drishtam. Nobody has heard till now and nobody has seen this till now. What is that? Varina vari shushyati. That water can dry up water. Dear devotees, please tell me resoundingly, can water dry up water? No. Aho, wonderful. Bhanu Suta Vara. Look at the waters of the son of the sun, daughter of the sun god. The daughter of the sun god is none other than whom? Yamuna. Look at the waters of the Yamuna. Her waters, Bhava Sindur Vishushyate, dry up the waters of the ocean of material existence. Oh, all of you say, wow. This wow is the basis of all good presentations. If you felt a wow, this wow is called Ascharya Ras. What is it called, dear devotees? Ascharya. Sri Kavakarnapur says, Yam vinana raso rasa. No rasa is rasa unless it has one thing in it. Wow. Rase saras chamatkara. Yam vinana raso rasa. The essence of all rasas is chamatkar. And chamatkar is expressed by one word. Which word is that, dear devotees? Wow. And if you felt a wow, you were touched by a semblance of rasa. Please understand, if you were touched by a wow, you were touched by rasa. And dear devotees, if you were touched by rasa, you were touched by Krishna himself. Why? Raso Vaisaha. Bhagavan himself is rasa. Rasam hi evayam labdva anandi bhavati. The Upanishads say, rasa is Bhagavan himself. When the Puranas describe that Krishna says, wherever Hari Katha is spoken, I am present there. The question has to be asked, on which seat is Krishna sitting? In which row is Krishna sitting? Dear devotees, Krishna is sitting in the form of one particular substance, which is non-different from him. And which substance is that? rasa. So if rasa flew in the audience, and if you were touched by rasa, know that you were touched by Bhagavan himself. And the essence of all the rasas is one term. What is that term, dear devotees? Wow. So welcome to this presentation where all the three speakers will make you go wow after wow after wow. That's why I came here for wow after wow. Huh? See, I came here for sense gratification. That is my... I'll be very honest with you. I came for sense gratification. I came for the wows. And I'm looking forward to both the presentations. People tell me, Hari Parshad, your presentation sometimes makes people sleep. I say, at least that's good. If you have insomnia, you come to my talk. Guaranteed cure. So never has anyone heard of or seen water being dried up by water. But how amazing is the sun god's daughter, Yamuna, whose waters completely dry up the waters of the ocean of material existence. But there is a cell phone ringing. Huh? Can I make quick point about cell phones? I composed a verse about cell phones, I'll show tomorrow. So whosoever's phone it was, we are not blaming you, all right? Huh? But just a very simple point. Dear devotees, in this universe, the most dreaded entity is time factor. Because time factor eats up everything. Do you agree? But there is something more dreaded than time because it also eats up time. That is the asur named mobile phone, which has the capability of eating up even time. That time which consumes everything in the universe. So tomorrow I'll show you a verse. Anyways, I have to begin with my presentation today. So I'll show one very nice verse. This verse is from the Subhashit literature. And the world that we live in is full of paradoxes around us. Although when we come in the association of devotees, we dress nicely, we behave nicely, and we say, Hare Krishna, how are you? Everything, everybody okay? Yeah. But we know that when we go back to our respective homes, and when nobody is around, and when we close the doors, and when we are only left with our own mind, we know who we are. Hari Parshad Das is different when the camera is turned on. And that same person is different when the camera is turned off and when he's alone. At least I can say about myself. But when we face the practicalities of material life, we find that material life pulls us in so many directions. And the two main directions are bhoga and tyag. And it is as if we are situated with our enemy sometimes, our mind, who constantly demands that we do this or we do that. And the world in front of us appears so paradoxical because of this. This verse depicts the paradoxes around us. The verse is in the meter Shikharini, same as Jagannath Ashtakam. The meter is slightly difficult to sing, so I'll sing. Please repeat after me. Kvachid vidvad goshti kvachid api surama artagalaha. Kvachid vidvad goshti kvachid api surama. Kvachid veena vada kvachid api chahahe dirudidam. क्वचिद् रम्या रामा क्वचिदपि जराजर्जरतनु न जाने संसार किममृतमय किं विषमय Hare Krishna. We'll welcome our guests by loudly cheering 3 times. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. आप सभी का स्वागत है. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप आए. Kvachid Vidvad Goshti. Some places in the world, how strange. We witness great discussions between Vedic scholars. Kvachid api sura matta kalaha. Whereas in other places, we witness the ravenous ruckus of intoxicated drunkards. You go to, any pub in London after a football match, you will see the second example. Kvachid veena vadaha. In some places we hear the sweet music of the veena, whereas in some other places we hear loud anxious cries of alas, alas. The world is ravaged by wars at all points of time, including this particular point of time. Kvachid ramya rama. Somewhere we see very beautiful men and women. Kvachid apicha jara jarjaratanu. Somewhere we see people dying out of old age. Na jane, I don't understand. Samsarah kim amritamaya kim vishamaya. Is the world full of nectar or is the world full of poison? What should I do in this world? Because the mind tells me on certain days, Hari Parshad, forget everything, enjoy the world. And raise your hands if your mind also thinks like that. Oh wow, I am sitting with Sahriday, like-minded audience. And on some days it says, it's a bitter material world. Better I give up and run away somewhere. So dear devotees, I am always torn between these two positions and I don't know what to do. And I hope that over the next few days, with the help of all of you, with the blessings of all of you, I'll be able to arrive at some conclusion. We will try. We will try our best. But, and I'm showing a final slide, dear devotees, no presentation can be complete unless the audience is glorified. I've always said this thing. Between the speaker and the audience, please tell me who is more important. Nah, you can't win here. If I myself wouldn't have come here, Maharaj would have spoken. Another speaker will take the place. But imagine if all of you don't come. Who will listen? And most importantly, if all of you don't come, who will consume all that prasad? So please tell me, who is more important, the speaker or the audience? Speak loudly, dear devotees. Yeah, wonderful. Hence proved, huh? You have self-certified yourself as being more important. But I totally agree. But I am expecting a particular category of audience, and I am sure all of you are of that caliber because you are Vaishnavas. You are a wonderful audience, dear devotees. Please repeat after me. Kavayaha paritushyanti netare kavi suktibhi nahyakuparavat kupa Vardhante vidhukantibihi. Kavayaha paritushyanti na itare kavi suktibihi. Only broad-minded poets experience delight and satisfaction by listening to poetry composed by other broad-minded poets. In this assembly, I'll try to speak poetry from many previous acharyas and Srimad Bhagavatam. And those are very broad-minded acharyas. And I'm 100% sure all of you broad-minded devotees will appreciate that very much. Why? Na hi akuparavat kupa vardhante vidukante bhi. Because only the broad ocean swells in the rays of the full moon and never the narrow wells. The full moon remains the same for the ocean and the well. But please tell me who gets affected by the moon, the ocean or the well? Because the ocean is broad-minded. Similarly, all of you are broad-minded. All of you are similar to the ocean. Should I prove it right here, dear devotees? Yes? Please answer in yes or no. The ocean is very deep. Agreed? The devotees' hearts are very deep. Agreed? The ocean is turbulent. Do you agree? The devotees' hearts are very turbulent. The ocean is difficult to cross over. Do you agree? It is very difficult to cross over the heart of a devotee. Do you agree? The ocean is a residence of Bhagavan Hari. Do you agree? And the devotees' hearts are a residence of Bhagavan Hari. And when the full moon appears over the ocean swells. Do you agree? And when the full moon like Krishna Chandra appears in the heart of the devotees' emotions swell and they cry out. Please tell me, are your hearts like the well or the ocean? At least speak for the others. Are your hearts like the well or the ocean? Wonderful, I have a beautiful audience. So welcome, dear devotees. We'll have a very good time over the next few days. I'm very thankful to His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj for kindly organizing this particular Sarnagati retreat. I'm very thankful to my dear co-speaker, His Grace Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, who has done such nice seva in the past year and even this year in the Sarnagati retreat, and who is doing such wonderful seva in the direction of Vaishnava literature. My sincere thanks also to the organizers of the retreat, Mother Prashanta, Burijan Prabhu, all the wonderful disciples of Srila Prabhupada who are present here. My sincere thanks also to Krishna Murari Prabhu, who has been doing so many arrangements here. And my sincere thanks also to Bhagavati Mataji, who has been instrumental in so much of the artwork here. My sincere thanks to Gaur Govind Prabhu for kindly doing the recording. And my sincere thanks to all of you who are present here today. And I welcome all of you to this retreat. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Everything on time. Krishna. So we will now round up or come to the closure of this evening. Maybe I can request when we have the questions here, and dann hilfst du den Goswamis, ja? Dann hilfst du den Goswamis, ja? Dann hilfst du bitte den Goswamis, ja. Hare Krishna. So, Hari Bol. My dear devotees, I just want to conclude this evening with a little tune-in session for our a retreat. I would love to first say what are the guiding principles that will make your retreat something like a treasure hunt and treasure finding. On a retreat, we typically leave our busy schedules and various responsibilities on hold for some time, a few days. we exit, so to say, our normal life, and in this way we create time or space for something else to happen. A person should go regularly on retreat. It is something like, I would say, spiritual hygiene, to stop what you are doing for just a moment and to pray and reflect for further insights that will guide you on in your life. So often we are compelled by our various plans, our designs of our life. And if it's not us who have designed it, if you have not made a plan for your life, there will be others who make a plan for you, what you should do. So retreat offers us the unique opportunity to move out and create the space in which something new can grow. In a way, a retreat means to enter into the waiting room of Krishna. When a person goes to a doctor, before he sees the doctor, he comes into a waiting room where he waits for his appointment, the door to open to the doctor's room. And that's very, very, very important, this waiting room, this place where new things can take place. And the Hari Bhakti Vilas in the 11th wave or Vilas, there is a verse which talks about what a pilgrim does. The verse starts with Tavasmiti Vadan Vacha. I will go directly to the English. One who has surrendered unto Lord Shri Krishna will explain with his words, Lord, I am yours. With his mind, he will truly adopt this mood. I feel I belong to you. You and me, we have a relationship. And with his body, he goes to places where the Lord is present and has performed his pastimes. So this is pilgrimage. We surrender to Krishna. When we come to Vrindavan, please for a moment put your to-do lists away. Put your busy mobile telephones, which constantly give news of this world to you. Let them go into the sleeping mode for some time and engage all your time in spiritual activities, mostly hearing and chanting and serving and praying. Hearing, chanting, doing service to devotees, and praying, oh, I'm yours, please accept me. It's very important that you give yourself the time where you say, okay, now it's time between me and Krishna. It's alone time with Krishna. This is so important, my dear devotees. In the first Sarnagati retreat, which had a few difficulties in announcing this program, we found the difficulties. I saw many devotees in the pauses just phoning, chatting, looking at videos. I think they were good videos. I didn't look so intently. But I could see they didn't understand what is a retreat. Retreat means really you go away from the world for a moment. In old times, it was necessary to do this to keep the mental sanity. Every 2 weeks, people would go and leave the village for that house within the house. It is a certain space which was created, windows facing south, and north, and then a house inside, windows facing east and west. Only indirect sound could come in this house, within the house. Only indirect light could come. It was a little bit a recreation of one particular circumstance. Could you imagine what this circumstance is? No, we cannot. Maharaj, we don't want to think. Oh, Maharaj, we are so bored. When is Prasadam? I'm asking you a question. Indirect light, indirect sound. Of what situation does this remind you? Yes, the juices start to flow. The womb, the beginning of your life. When you when you brought only the informations from your last life, but when this life was not yet lived, when you had not yet made your steps into this life, when you were not yet entangled, when you were not yet identified with the body and the mind, no? It's important from time to time to wash the screen of our minds. Stop! I'm speaking a poem now. Where are you running? Everything you're looking is inside. The self, Krishna, eternity. If you keep on running outside, you might miss it all. Beautiful poem, no? No, yes, middle. Prabhus, wake up. Because you will have to go to a certain place in a few minutes. How do we create this space and what do we place into the space? How do we create it? Well, we stop what we are doing. We go on retreat. We go into a beautiful place like this one. What do we place in the new space? Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Katha, Kirtan, guided japa, and the deity, Giriraj Govardhan. Have you noted that we have no altar? Yes, no. Only the seat is there for Srila Prabhupada. Why? Because we are next to the greatest living deity. His name is? Oh, finally you start to move in your mind. Yes, Prabhus. He may be an unknown deity for you. You may not yet have developed a relationship. But I guarantee you, as we keep on going, and as we go to the valley, there is this particular valley where we do, I think, 2 sessions a day. I'm not yet sure. Prashanta will tell us everything in a moment. There you will see, from the seed of your interest, a beautiful relationship to Giriraj will come. My dear devotees, I will talk during the time where I talk about a guidebook in Krishna Consciousness that teaches us step by step how to reach the next level. I was always, when I joined the movement, looking for a guidebook. Where do I go step by step? Of course, I found out Nectar of Devotion offers a step by this guide. But I found it a little complex and looked for something that I could practice while sitting on a spot. And I found out there is a book, it's called Bhajan Rahasya. It is perhaps the most concise and devotional work of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur that outlines the inner practices the outer practices of bhajan, of pure devotional service in the Gaudiya line, our tradition. This book is especially focused on Nam Bhajan, how to chant the holy names, as a primary means of attaining love of Godhead. We will be inspired by the teachings of the Chaitanya, of the Sri Shikshastakam, how to do this Nam Bhajan. There will be new insights. We will also learn a series of verses. For instance, there's a beautiful line on verses that teach us humility. And we will be introduced very carefully into something that is necessary for a movement that calls itself Krishna Consciousness. We will be learning how to be conscious of Krishna throughout the day. I'm practicing this book now since 30 plus years. I discovered it. I don't know how I will make you understand. When you don't show signs of light in your eyes, I might talk very basic things. If you are showing curiosity, and if I see your heart is melting, I might take you further. I have to see how you do. Like Hari Parshad said, who is more important? Audience, I have to study you. We are doing this together, this journey. No, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. For now, what is left? Two things. I first want to tune you in so that you develop the mindset that will help you to go through the retreat. I think you all are like me, a little, how we traveled from so far. When I left Germany, there was this much snow, it was so cold, and I was very, very exhausted from two mega events, which I was happy to participate. And now, coming here, we need to build up our intention. The intention is not only an inner motivation. When you have a good intention, I will use this time like this. You have a companion that stays by your side, that whispers at times encouraging news to you, get up from bed, guided japa. At times your intention will yell at you, why are you so moody? Why are you so distracted? Are you not a spiritual person? The intention will talk to you. If you have a strong intention, you have the best and most ongoing motivation that carries you. During initiation, we take sankalpas. I chant so many rounds, I practice these rules and regulations. This is an intention setting for life. What we will do now is not an initiation. You are initiated, plus this is not the forum for initiation, but we will help you to have an intention. I would like to tell you my intention. I've talked about this intention to Gauranga Darshan and Hari Parshad. I will be with you for this week, and my intention is, believe it or not, to try to serve you. At times I will be very mellow and sweet. At other times you will see me in my Bhairavara form, to motivate you, to bring you to your next step. I want to help you because I have seen most of you are these oceanic devotees who have a very deep mind, and you deserve the highest, and you need to now make a switch and go to the next stage. First of all, I will ask you two questions. And these two questions I request you to think about. The first question is here for you. It comes on the screen. Where do you wish to be at the end of this retreat that is different from where you are now? What inner shift do you want to happen? I forgot my long distance glasses. What inner shift do you want? I have it actually here. What inner shift do you want to have by the end of this retreat? For instance, a more elevated consciousness, a steadier sadhana. My dear devotees, this is not entertainment. When you came for entertainment, I will give you your money back. This is not the place. You made the wrong choice. This is for actually moving on in your spiritual life. So I request you, turn to your neighbor. Prashanta is a little nervous. No, one should. You are at the right place, don't worry. Go to your neighbor and choose a neighbor now. Neighbor means someone who sits next to you. And I will again ask the question for you. Please quickly find your neighbor. Don't smile at me. Find your neighbor. Is it all right when I talk a little bit lively like this, or is it pinching too much? It's all right. I say it with a smile. I know some of you are introverted people and you are afraid of sharing with a neighbor. Be courageous. You found your neighbor? Yes, no, good. Once again, where do you wish to be at the end of this retreat that is different from where you are now? Don't say, I want to be a pure devotee. That's the very high thing. What inner shift do you want to have by the end of this retreat? Is it that you want to be closer to Krishna? Is it that you want to work at your relationship? Is it that you want to challenge Krishna? I heard you are in Vrindavan. Are you there for me, Krishna? What do you wish at the end of the retreat? Don't say, I want to have more of a belly because my home food is miserable. Is it a more steadier sadhana? Is it a more elevated consciousness? Please talk about this now and be very fast because we have a little time left. We have one more minute. One more minute. Madhu, Pranavalava. Can you ask Nandini to come when I ask for the second question? Thank you very much. Yes, it's very nice for me to see that you're slowly getting into it. I recognize we just came from a very different background. My second question: how will you get there? My question is a little bit: what mindset will you support? For instance, you could be determined. I want to be really on the spot. I want to serve others in a service attitude. I want to have an openness. You can see our devotees will talk perhaps new things which you have not heard before. And I will be open to and curious so that I engage with the subject. And most important, and I request you to how do you say, to perhaps look out for each other. What small but very concrete action steps will you take? What is about getting up? When do you want to get up? What is about not overindulging in prakoras because you might fall asleep? What is about keeping yourself healthy so that you can, you see we have an extreme climate. It's very warm in the day, but very cold in the night. If you're not careful, it's an ideal climate to get sick. You know, what concrete small action steps will you take? Please tell to your neighbor, and tell things where your neighbor can meet you maybe tomorrow and can ask you, hey, Govinda, how are you doing? You told me yesterday evening you would do such and such. Is it working for you? Or the day after tomorrow. This is very important to bring ourselves in the mood of a retreat goer, not a consumer of information, but a person who moves forward in their spiritual life. Please start now. You have only 3 minutes. Go Krishna, go Krishna. I will chant Namaste Girirajaya and you accompany, please. 1.5 minutes, please. wir haben ein bisschen. Dann erzähle ich vielleicht kurz. Den gehe ist da. My dear devotees, I see some of you are still needing some time. 1 more minute. What is a nice Hare Krishna melody? Yes. Who is the Midanga player? Can you organize? Smita Krishna, here. Krishna, 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 Krishna. My dear devotees, as the retreat moves on, you can obviously still fine-tune your attention, change it to the thing, to the changing time. I found this on my seat, a needle of metal. Hare Krishna. Oh. So we will just for a moment chant a little, and then we will ask for blessings. Please sit straight. Yes, this is the right position of the microphone, I understand. Yes. So during this small 5 minutes, I request you to go into a prayerful mood. Please take note where you are. For a moment, we can wait with our discussions. You actually came and gave yourself the time to not do anything else than fill your consciousness, your mind with Krishna. As we learned from the shloka, in your mind you say to the Lord, my Lord, I'm your part, I belong to you, you're mine. With your voice you chant like this, my Lord, please accept me. In your service I have been quite separated from you. And you understand that your body is in the Tareti, in the beautiful valley of Giriraj. Please chant from your heart to your voice into the ear and the heart of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And most important, before all others, let the real you sing. That a real, essential you, that is a part of Krishna, it calls out for Krishna. Oh my Lord, I have been separated from you so long, too much long. Now I'm turning to you. Please accept me. Please sing from that space. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Smita, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol. Jaya Kirira, Jaya Kirira, Jaya Kirira, Jaya Kirira.
Hare Krishna. The Lord, in His mercy, as we hear from an ancient verse, told Bhakti Devi, bring my Dham into this world so that fallen souls can go there and come close to me. So Bhakti Devi took Vrindavana Dham like a lotus flower, plucked it from Goloka, brought it and planted it here. This lotus flower, like any flower, has petals. There is an eastern petal, there is a southern petal, there's a northern petal, and there is a western petal. Technically, you are now sitting on the western petal. And for all these petals, for all these locations, there is a particular deity in charge. Here in the Tareti of Giriraj, he is one deity. The deity who is in charge is the lifter of the Govardhan hill. One of his many names is Giridhari. Another of his names is Haridev, Haridev. There's an ancient temple in the town of Govardhan where you see the ancient deity of Haridev, very old, very ancient. Some say that deity has gone to some place, I forgot where, but that is not correct. This is according to others, the original deity. And if you see when there is no cloth, you see the carvings. You see that is a deity like the one Rajanabab installed. There are a few deities he installed. No, do you see the carvings? They are typical. Haribo. So yes, so blessings from the locals is required. I think we understand that what we are trying to do is we try to move forward, and my dear devotees, in bhakti everything is given. It's not that you achieve it by your own endeavors. Yes, you have to endeavor, but you have to also receive. So I wish you a wonderful Sarnagati retreat with many highlights, with many personal inspiration. I feel very moved at this stage to see so many sincere devotees willing, to come and take part in these sessions. What exactly we do, I will request Prashanta to tell us. Prashanta, in case you don't know, is the director of the Vrindavana Institute for Higher Education, or should we say the directress? I do not know how to say in proper English. And she will give us a little overview about the important programs and how to get there. No? I want to say, since many years, perhaps 20 years, it is the Vrindavana Institute which was originally founded by Bodhidharma Prabhu, if I'm correct, that has facilitated this retreat, all the registration, so many things have been done, and Prashanta is still alive. It's not easy to do this. So please tell us what to do.
Hare Krishna, everyone. On behalf of the Vrindavana Institute for Education, we wish to welcome you all at the Lotus Foot of Giriraj and in this beautiful Golden Retreat Center. We are here to facilitate this time that you have decided to spend here in the association of the devotees of the holy name of the Shastra and of the Dham. So let me see what I can do in this dark place now.
Can someone give Prashanta a torch, please?
So we are here until February 12th. And let me give you to overview here in general. We will be having 3 classes per day. As we have heard today, the presentations of our different speakers. First of all, we would like to again very officially welcome Krishna Consciousness. And happy Krishna everyone. We are also honored to have amongst us Yashomati Banerjee, the Prophet Disciple from Canada, Paris Rukmini Devi, Sukaraha, is here. So, dear devotees, our program will start every morning here in the hall at 5 a.m. in the morning, and we will be speaking to the essence, and we will begin with japa in the morning.
Yes.
So tomorrow morning is when Sachidananda Maharaj will be doing the guided japa. We have heard that this is a form of inspired japa, that instead of being alone in our japa, we have someone to give us a direction in the beginning and then keep us going, and so that we may get more in touch with the Holy Name and with Krishna. So here we have 2 hours of japa, so this is very wonderful, and I will invite all of you to please come in the morning. The days will be very busy with the classes and prashadam and so many beautiful darshans of Giriraj, kirtans. So if you are able to come in the morning, this will be very helpful for your retreat. Chanting in the morning when the atmosphere is very quiet, very sattvic and transcendental, and when your mind is a little bit more cooperative. So every day we will have group puja. So at 7 o'clock, there will be Srila Prabhupada's group puja, followed by the first class at 7:30. His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu will be making his presentation on the Bhagavad Gita for 1.5 hours. So please come and attend. This will be followed by breakfast. Breakfast is in the dining hall just across there, the Giriraj dining hall. Breakfast will be from 9 to 10. And we request everyone to stick to the timings for the prashadam to incorporate nicely with those lovely services early. Then during the day, we will have a class in the valley just next to Giriraj Gopal. How does that sound? Yeah. Usually we say that was a very small highball. So we will have a class where next to Giriraj Govardhana. So the Govardhana, you will find your way tomorrow and request a coordinator from Kirtana to, I'm not sure whether all of you have been here before. So usually on the first day we have a Kirtan. Here about 15 minutes before, let me see, the class is, there will be Kirtan first, very at 10:30. So around 10:15 there will be a Kirtan party here that can lead you to the place where we will be sitting under the trees. Please take with you something to cover your head in case the sun becomes a little too intense. So the program at the Valley will consist of, first of all, half an hour of Kirtan, and then Sachirana Maharaj will be giving his class on your Bhajan Rahasya, this wonderful topic, directly connected to sadhana. And this will be followed by 1 hour of Kirtan. And it says here, Sachirana Maharaj, which is really, really wonderful. So, for us, so until 1:30, we will be in the forest. And really can't tell you how wonderful it is over there. Very close to Giriraj, surrounded by shilas. In fact, you should be very careful when you walk, because sometimes there are shilas on the ground as well. We have darshan of cows sometimes, nilgai, and also the parents, of course, sitting in the tree. So this will take us up to lunchtime. Lunchtime will be at 1:30 here back in the Govardhana Retreat Center. There will be a break until 4:30. And we would like you to kindly take your prashadam lunch at 1:30, and the prashadam will be served until 3. Then in the afternoon, Hari Prabhu will be making his presentation right here in the hall from 4:30 to 6:30.
Wonderful.
Yes. Beyond Boga and Tyaga, we already had a little bit of taste given to us, and the essence of the presentation was Wow. Wasn't it? No, that's so was So we welcome for the first time Hari Prabhu here. And if you have noticed, he composes verses, and that is one of the more beautiful sides of his presentations, that he's actually creating some beautiful compositions. Then, still more, you think you can take more? Yes, more. So from 6:30 to 8 p.m. immersive Kirtana. Evening Kirtana right here in the hall, followed by dinner at 8 p.m. So in general, this will be the schedule every day, except on one of the days, on Monday, February 9, there is a little bit of an excursion. We will be going to Radhakund. Otherwise, all the other days will follow the same schedule. So you can take notes, or you all have access to the schedule and see how you can organize all your daily needs and everything else around that schedule, so that you can attend as much as possible. Remember, today is the 6th of February, and we are going to the 12th. So do not miss any day, do not miss any event, and pace yourself, but at the same time, do as much as you can, so that you can invite as much of the atmosphere and instructions which are being given. We are so fortunate that Krishna is sending to us, as we heard. We are the most important people. We are the youngest, and Krishna is so kind to have sent us these wonderful speakers who are going to help us and turn our heart and really take us closer to Krishna. So we welcome all of you and wish you a wonderful retreat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.